Good morning. Good morning. I trust you're having a blessed morning. Can we talk about the attacks that come every time you move in obedience to the Lord? Yesterday, the Lord revealed to me something about worship, right? He revealed something about worship and about how His presence, comes about or moves in your situation when you worship. And before I went to sleep, because there's something that I was experiencing when I was about to sleep, so I made sure that I applied everything that He taught me on my walk yesterday. And I'm telling you, the kinds of dreams that I had after that, reminding me, it was like a threat almost, about where I've been, and me going back to the places that I've been revisiting my wilderness season. And it really threw a punch, because in my mind I was like, Lord, did I misunderstand when you said that season was over? So it really ruined my morning basically. And I've been up since 1 o'clock midnight, and it really bothered me. And it just also confirmed for me that my worship, it brings the presence of God, yes, but it's really something that the enemy wants to do whatever it takes to stop. And this time, all it took to sort of put a pause on it was a bad dream, and really all morning. And the Lord is faithful, because even while I was scrolling through TikTok, a worship song came and I would sing along, but I was in a very low place. I'm still, recovering, but it's just something that I haven't seen a lot of people, haven't come across a lot of people talk about. But yeah, it's encouraging at the same time, because then you are hitting the jugular. You understand, you are doing what you should be doing, you're in your purpose, doing what you should be doing, and that the enemy is not happy about that, and he's going to try some things to get you to stop worshiping. And another thing that the Holy Spirit taught me in the wilderness season was that, because as people we are so diverse, and I myself, my brain works a certain way. My brain works a certain way. I need to be doing a lot of things at once. Things can't be boring for me, and that's part of the reason that I couldn't keep office jobs as much as I needed the money. But soon, a year was too much. A year and a half max is what is the duration I was at my last job. So because my mind works differently, and so do many other people's minds, when it comes to reading the word, there's a certain way. He'll bring a thought to me, and then because I am someone that tends to overthink, or tends to think a lot, not overthink, that's so negative, but I tend to think a lot. So he'll just deposit a thought in my mind, and I'll go over this thought for a minute or two, and then I'll go to the Bible, because he'll remind me of a verse regarding the very thing that I'm thinking, and I will go into the verse, and he will bless me through that verse, right? And it's the same with worship. So in the wilderness season, the Holy Spirit told me, okay, you're a bit different, and with you, this is how I do things, and that's okay. And also with worship, I'm learning that, also the way that He does things, is tailor-made for me when it comes to my worship. What I mean by that is that I'm not saying I worship when I feel like it. I'm just saying that with worship, what He will do, or what He taught me actually yesterday, this was yesterday, I think from the Sabbath he taught me this, and all through Sunday, and he taught me that repetition, like chanting, taking one verse of a song and repeating it. Because to be honest, sometimes it takes a lot of energy for me to remember the lyrics to a song specifically. You understand? And sometimes I'm so focused on not getting the lyrics wrong that I miss out on the experience of worship for me. So having to concentrate on the lyrics would in fact, rob me of the experience. Would in fact rob me of the experience of worship, because worship gives me peace. I know worship is not only about me, it's about me and the Lord, or it's about the Lord and me. You understand? So in worship, I'm also blessed when I worship the Lord, and the Lord is also blessed when I worship Him. So I learned that if now my mind has to focus on the lyrics, then it just robs me of the whole experience of worship, or what worship is supposed to be. So what the Holy Spirit has spoken to me over the past weekend, as I said, this is something that He told me and He revealed to me. This is a revelation that He gave to me over the course of the Sabbath and Sunday and, this morning. The fact that when I repeat, take one part of worship and I repeat it. For instance, yesterday I tried this for the first time. Before I went to sleep, and I was chanting. There's this song. It goes, "And you, O Lord, are a shield for me, my glory, the lifter of my head. You are my glory, the lifter of my head. And you, O Lord, are a shield for me, my glory, the lifter of my head." And we kept adding lyrics, the Holy Spirit and I. Not adding lyrics, but just putting in, the name of the Lord. Adonai, you are my glory, the lifter of my head. El Shaddai, you are my glory, the lifter of my head. So I am finding you, my glory, the lifter of my head. I am learning you, my glory, the lifter of my head. You are my glory and the lifter of my head. You're a shield and my glory, the lifter of my head. El Shaddai, you are my glory, the lifter of my head. El Shaddai, you are my glory and the lifter of my head. I am learning you, my glory, and the lifter of my head. I am learning you, my glory, and the lifter of my head. Which is me singing, and worshiping the Lord, but at the same time, it's interesting, because what the Holy Spirit drops in my spirit to do, right then I can pick up and do. You understand? And it was such a blessing to me, and I did it yesterday, and it was amazing. You understand? Because some of the time I struggle to find a song. I know that I must worship, and I know that, I may not even feel like worshiping, and then the Holy Spirit says worship, and I wouldn't know what song to sing, because there's so many songs to sing on my phone, and I don't know randomly which one to pick up, and having to think and then finish this one and then jump to another one, it was straining for me. I know not everybody thinks like that, but for me personally, I found that it was straining. Okay, I'm trying to look at the camera without it being weird, because I keep looking this side. Anyway, so yeah, that was something that the Holy Spirit shared with me about worship yesterday. And I hope it blesses you today, wherever that you are. Yeah.